From LEX 18, your official UK sports station for Big Blue Nation, this is BBN Tonight.
Welcome into BBN Tonight. I'm Mary Jo Perino.
And I'm Keith Farmer. On tonight's episode, offensive coordinator Eddie Gran talks about the lessons for Kentucky football following Saturday's overtime loss.
Plus, we're going to chat with Jeff Pecoro from the UK Sports Network. Eddie Gran, though, talking about what UK offense can build on after a productive performance ended in a loss. And that begins tonight's Big Blue story presented by Baptist Health. The Cats fell to Ole Miss in OT Saturday, even after putting up more than 400 yards on the ground. We also saw some balance, especially in the final drive in the fourth quarter when Kentucky tied the game.
If there's a week, and there's probably going to be one where we're going to have to throw it more. You do what the defense gives you, and I think that's what our kids did this last weekend, and our coaches had a heck of a game plan, and I thought they executed it well most of the time. You know, we had our blunders, and we've got to get those fixed because we had more opportunities to score and we didn't, and that's on me.
Grant also addressed the loss of running back Cavassier Smoke to injury, saying he wouldn't be afraid to work freshman Jaton McClain and redshirt freshman Travis Tisdale into the mix on Saturday. Keith, I'm going to be honest with you. We have talked a lot about the offense. To me, it's like the defense that has really struggled. I mean, the offense, aside from a couple of mistakes, were good enough to win that game.
Yeah, I mean, the blunders that he talked about, I mean, I'm not sure I saw blunders. I may have seen a couple of mistakes here and there, but
that's going to happen every game.
Yeah, I mean, they look like, I mean, when you've got, you know, 3 players that are ranked by Pro Football Focus in a top 5 and top 3, I guess, I mean, you know, that means they're doing something right.
Offensive efficiency has been there for sure.
Well, the loss to Ole Miss included plenty of mistakes, including A.J. Rose's mental error of celebrating early and later fumbling at the goal line. And even more people have been blasting kicker Matt Ruffalo for missing the extra point in overtime. But EKU football coach Walt Wells, who used to be at UK, has a message for those critics.
These kids are, I mean, they can't even sometimes see their parents. I mean, and I know we're supposed, you know, everybody's supposed to be immune to that and tough to that and all that. And as coaches, that's our job. But as players, that's a bunch of crap. I mean, you know, these kids are going through a lot. And if you don't believe mental health is real, then you better wake up and see the reality of it.
Yeah, Mary Jo, basically what he's talking about, he started on his own team, but then he went to UK and said these guys are getting blasted for no reason. But he's just saying, you know, they've been in a bubble. They haven't been able to see their families and things. And so for them, they did their Colonel walk, just walking around a building the other day before their game, just so they could see their families.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I don't even during COVID, it doesn't matter. You shouldn't direct hate like that towards some football players.
No.
Like you don't think Matt Ruffalo was, you know, no pun intended, kicking himself after that game?
He knew
Of course he was.
Yeah.
All right, Saturday's experience at Kroger Field was an entirely new one for UK fans during this COVID-19 era. The parking lot was sparse, no tailgating, and inside the stadium things were also different. Only about 12,000 fans were allowed inside, but some of them say after months of staying in groups smaller than 10, even that reduced number seemed like a huge crowd.
So, you know, we're doing, you know, social distancing, stuff like that, but the vibes are still there. We still feel electric.
Weird to just see that many people together because I haven't been around that many people in a long time. So it's different, but I liked it.
UK Athletics wants to thank fans for their cooperation and reminds them that the protocols remain in place for this Saturday, including no tailgating and covering your face with a mask, or you can now wear a gaiter with 2-ply material. Tickets for the Mississippi State game are still available at ukathletics.com.
Good stuff. All right, Coach Cal and the Cats are expecting to face Morehead State, the alma mater, in the multi-team event scheduled to take place in Lexington next month. The Eagles replace Hartford after they backed out last Friday. I still say I wish we could have had, you know, a little bubble here with all the state schools. Would have been fun, but I'll take Morehead State.
Listen, I know. I was just going to say you've got to be kind of happy now because we've got one local school and your alma mater to boot. All right, let's turn to the NBA Finals. The series is now 3-1 in favor of the Lakers after Anthony Davis nailed a dagger, late three-pointer to seal the game's win. Game 4 for the Lakers last night. Big man Bam Adebayo turned in a heroic performance in trying to steal the game from Miami.
We can't have so many pockets of undisciplined basketball. I feel like that dictated the game a lot. We had certain spurts where You know, it was early shots in the shot clock and giving up easy baskets and transitions. So we just got to get back to the drawing board and just figure out solutions.
Tyler Hero had 12 points in the fourth quarter for the Heat, but had some trouble at other key moments of the game. Keith, I never dreamed that you'd be talking about Anthony Davis hitting three-pointers to seal the game, but he's done it a couple of times in these playoffs. I really think the Lakers are going to take this one now, probably in 5.
I mean, when I saw that they were up in the fourth quarter and they were 55-0 this season, including the playoffs going into the fourth quarter when leading, I was like, this isn't looking good. And, of course, they made it 56-0. All right. Coming up next on BBN Tonight, we talk more Kentucky football.
Jeff Pecoro of the UK Sports Network takes his lessons from the Cats from their 0-2 start, talks his lessons, rather, when we return.